We've had so many personality portraits here, Pat's personal personality portraits, that I thought probably up to now I may have talked about everything under the sun with everybody until this moment. Because you're going to meet a Joe Arpaio, Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio, as you have not met him in the past, a representative of the holidays. And this is what we're doing, these kind of unique special vignettes in which we find out about personal experiences that you've had during Christmas. Like, for example, you've traveled internationally as a representative of the United States government in different capacities. Tell me about any international Christmas that you remember offhand.
Well, Pat, I was head of the federal drug enforcement in Turkey, the Middle East. Pretty tough job. I tried to get home for Christmas. And the ambassador gave me a nice dog, a French poodle. And then someone else gave me another dog, a mixed breed.
What, for Christmas?
No, but I had the dogs before Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Now, I could not handle both dogs, so I did have one of my Turkish friends take the smaller dog, and he promised to take the dog to his relatives way up in the mountains, which I presume he did, 60 miles away. You do know Turkey didn't have many roads, it's all mountains. So 6 months later, Christmas Eve, raining, scratches at the door. So he came back 6 months, crossed in the mountains and the dirt roads, and came back to my house Christmas Eve. Now, I never forgot that story.
No, it's a wonderful story.
Well, you see, now I'm the sheriff, and I decide what the inmates see. I took away all their TV, except 3 Lassie Come Home, because I love Lassie Come Home, and every time I see Lassie Come Home, I think of Tippy, the dog that knocked on the door, or scratched on the door, after 6 months away, Christmas Eve, raining. Think of that. I never believed that dogs could go across the country.
And somewhere in Turkey today, there is a dog telling his dog friends about the sheriff that he went back to visit on Christmas Eve. On another point, and from a different perspective, traveling there or being here, the loneliest Christmas you remember?
Well, that's tough. I did a lot of work in my 50 years in law enforcement, but I can only remember maybe 2 times that I worked on Christmas Eve.